it up for Erica Owusu, you guys.
I'm gonna let y'all in on one of my most controversial hot takes, guys. From the jump. I can't stand racism. Particularly anti-blackness and white supremacy. You'd be surprised at how many people would be angry at me saying that aren't even named Ye. This shit is so insidious, racism. It's deeply ingrained in the American psyche. It's to the point where even black people hate other black people. It's sad, it sucks. Let me regale you with a tale. So one night, I'm walking down the street in New York City with two dark-skinned black friends, my boy Chris and my boy Alex. So we're walking down the street, it's night, and there's a group of white women hanging out on the sidewalk in front of us, just chilling. And so Alex sees that we're walking up towards them, and he's like, man, look at these white chicks, y'all. I bet you they think we are gonna rob them. I bet you. And I looked at Alex and I was like, are we gonna rob them? Like, why the fuck? Say some shit like that. He said, nah, fuck that, E, watch this. And he went, hey! High five. So the lead white woman of the pack saw him and was like, oh, what? Oh my God, yeah, high five. And gave him the high five. Alex was shook. What the fuck? So we move around them. I said, see, Alex, he was making a big deal about nothing. They thought we were scary and everything. It was nothing. Nah, fuck that, E. That wasn't no normal white woman, all right? That was an anomaly. Besides, she probably thought you was Sterling K. Brown from This Is Us on NBC. That's probably what happened. I said, whatever, man. So we keep moving past the group of white women. Past them, there's a group of black dudes just kind of standing, hanging out, and having a good time. So I'm like, well, Alex, you high-fiving strangers on the street. High-five these dudes right here. Nah, E, I'm not gonna do that. Chris, Alex, why you not gonna high-five these dudes? I don't know them niggas, they might try to rob me. What the fuck? Racism's dumb, I hate it. Let's kill it with fire, guys. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this shit. It's so insidious. The shit changes with the seasons. Every year they repackage the shit. They have figured out a way to liquefy white oppression. They've done it. White oppression now comes in a can. It's called White Claw. Now, if one more person offers me a White Claw to drink, guys, I'm gonna very politely ask for a significantly blacker beverage, guys. I have to. Like a strong sifter of Hennessy. Or a nice tall chilled glass of that purple drink that gave Black Panther his powers. I need a black beverage, guys. The new Black Panther's coming out. I guess we'll find out if the purple drink was Crown Royal or Four Loko. We'll find out. We'll find out in this new movie, guys. We'll find out. I'm excited for Wakanda Forever. Is anybody else excited for Wakanda Forever coming out? Okay. Now, black people aren't known for keeping our composure in the movie theaters when we're excited about a film. And for the first Black Panther movie, we understood the assignment. We showed up, we showed out, we bought up theaters, we made it one of the highest grossing films in history. We did that. And so we were respectable for that one, but now Black Panther 2 is coming out. Nigga, we wildin'. We wildin' the fuck out. I'm gonna show up in the movie theater with fucking deck of cards playing spades and shit in the middle of... Anytime anyone says, Wakanda forever, I'm gonna just hit the gritty and shit. Just fucking... Got some African shit in there. Just go to work. Sneaking George Foreman grill in there, just grill up ribs. High-fiving black strangers and shit, just fucking have a good time. While I'm in the fuck out, guys. Now, some people might say, Eric, that's not fair. There's no place for white strangers to get together in public and while out like that. Au contraire. Such a place does exist. It's called a Taylor Swift concert. That's what happens there. I celebrated a milestone this September. This past September marks 7 years of me living here in LA, guys. 7 years I've been here. Yes, it's been a good time. And I celebrated the milestone by subscribing to my first ever OnlyFans account. So, because it was on sale. This is what happened. So there's this Instagram model I follow named Sophie, right? She's cute, she's jiggly in all the right places, she's perfect. Anyway, so Sophie usually advertises her OnlyFans on her Instagram, and it's $20 a month for a subscription, which is, by your crushing silence, you understand that's too rich for my blood, guys. But around the time of my 7th LA-versary, she dropped the price from $20 to $6 a month. And that's less than a gallon of gas here in LA. Guys, I couldn't pass up on a sale. Signed up immediately. I almost broke my goddamn thumb signed up for that thing. I'm only a fan of savings, guys. And C-cups. I'm a fan of savings and C-cups. I'm also a fan of deals and, you guessed it, double Ds. Guys, keep up. Speaking of women I have to pay to interact with on the internet, I love therapy. Therapy's great, guys. I love therapy. It's dope. Now, it might be a little jarring to some of you to see a black comedian stand on stage and say he likes therapy, likes being vulnerable. But I'm here to say, we are not our stereotypes, guys. You know, we're bigger than that. This room is full of people that live in Los Angeles, and it doesn't at all smell like cannabis or broken dreams. Guys, we're bigger than our stereotypes. I like therapy a lot. I think I like my therapist a little too much, though. Like, she's a woman of color. She's about my age. She calls me on my bullshit. She's very honest with me. She laughs at my jokes. Obviously, I'm funny as fuck, okay? So she laughs at my jokes. But she calls me on my shit. So one day, we're in the session, laughing about some childhood trauma that I'm making light of, and we finished laughing and hooting and hollering, and she goes, Eric, I wonder why you find it so important to be able to make me laugh. And I was a little too honest. I was like, look, mommy, I guess I just need to feel like I'm your favorite, is what it is. Okay, Eric, well, now you realize that makes two big things we need to delve deeper into. Whatever you need. We can go from 1 session a week to 3, 5. I can free up some money. I can unsubscribe to some of these OnlyFans accounts. What do you need? I got you. Let's make it happen. Don't abandon me. We're in therapy because of childhood trauma, primarily. You know, growing up, I was the middle kid. I was the middle child. So I was the self-appointed peacekeeper in my house. Stayed out of trouble. I was fellow middle children with battle scars also. It's good to see y'all. My people, y'all came out tonight. But no, I was the middle kid, self-appointed peacekeeper. Now that I'm grown, I'm the leftist liberal hippie of the family. And in both my youth and now, my family doesn't fuck with me, guys. We couldn't be on more disparate pages. They don't fuck with me. They don't like me. My family doesn't like me. It's fine. It's fine. I have you guys here to pay $8.66 to make me feel good. But no, we're just on different pages, like culturally. Like my family is Clinton people. Like Bill Clinton played the saxophone in the 90s and enchanted my whole family, so we're always both blue. So they'll always vote blue, but just culturally, my family's very conservative. Like, for example, my little brother, he's 5 years younger than me. He lives in Maryland, and he called me up one day. He's like, yo, E, let me ask you a question, right? And when a black person says ax instead of ask, y'all put on your hazmat suit because they're getting ready to say something very toxic, okay? So I said, hey, what's going on, man? What you got to say to me? I'm ready. He said, look, when you're out here dealing with these females, right? I said, no. What? Women, romantic partners, ladies, literally anything other than females, man. All right, bet, I got you. All right, look, when you're dealing with these goofy ass hoes, right? Come on. I cancel my brother now. I gotta cancel my flesh and my blood. Like he's an overpriced OnlyFans. I gotta cancel this nigga, man. They're sick of me. I'm so different from them. My dad, very similar. Like he's a 70-year-old Ghanaian man. He's sick of me. Like I'm the annoying leftist hippie that calls their family and reminds them to vote. I'm the one. And it's the midterm. Make sure everybody in here is registered to vote. But I'm the annoying leftist hippie that reminds them to vote. He has no time. It's like, Dad, hey, make sure you're registered to vote. The midterms are important. He said, are you running for office? No. Then leave me alone. I voted 2020. I'll vote again 2024. Leave me alone. You want to talk to me about midterms? Have you studied for your midterms? Dad, I'm 33 years old. I haven't been in school in 8 years. You would be in school studying for your midterms if you were doing your PhD. Instead, you want to do clown comedy things. Leave me alone about a midterm. My family gives me a lot of material, guys, for therapy. They make sure my therapist will never go hungry. Families from Africa, families from Ghana, West Africa, this is the flag. All the soccer fans know what it is. Sorry, football. The football fans, they immediately know what this is. Parents are from Ghana. My dad is very smart. I don't want to give you the impression that he's not a smart man. He's a very smart man, got mad degrees. English is his second language, and he has a very thick accent. But also, sometimes he mispronounces common words and phrases in English, and they baffle me. One time, my dad mispronounced, I love you too. I'm still confused as to how he did that. It was Father's Day. I was home visiting. I was like, hey, Dad, I love you. And he pronounced it, oh, okay. Okay, that's fine, all right. Eric, you can stop crying. Save it for therapy. You can stop crying now. It's okay. Thank you, son. Thank you. All right. My mom's a trip too. My mom's a Ghanaian person also. How y'all doing? Good to see you. That was an aside. Sorry. I'll take it back for the recording. My mom is a Ghanaian woman too. She was the disciplinarian growing up. She has her black belt in disciplinary arts. My mom's a wild one. Like when you guys were little and you would get in trouble, for example, in school, right? You know, you come home, get a talking to, maybe a whooping, and you get sent to your room, right? You know, that's usually the order of operations. I got in trouble one time in school and came home, and my mom decided to send me to Africa, guys. When I was 9 years old, my mom decided to pull me out of school and send me to Ghana. She said it was for vacation. And we went and we stayed at my uncle's place for 2 weeks. And me, my brother, my mom, and she packed her bags up and flew back to Maryland without us, where we proceeded to go to school and live in Ghana for about a year and a half. That's not a vacation, guys. Because vacations usually have return tickets. this is what happened. So 4th grade, I'm 9 years old. It's my first time in a brand new school. I've been in Catholic school the whole time. So I go to my first public school, and I'm trying to make friends, trying to acclimate. And the teacher wrote a note, "Hey, Eric, you're being disruptive in my class. You're talking in class. Give this to your parents." And so I took it home, didn't think anything of it, gave it to my mom, and she kept her composure, but in her head, she decided to launch the nuclear option and deport me, is what happened. I guess she saw the note and freaked out. I don't know. My kid is being disruptive. In her head, she's probably like, my son is being disruptive in class. I have to get him out of that class. No, out of the country. No, out of the continent. I will send my eldest son to Africa. That way he will learn to not be disruptive in class again. Which did not work. Because there's nothing more disruptive to a classroom full of West African children than a new nigga that looks just like them. And when he opens his mouth to talk, he sounds like Carlton Banks from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I know what the fuck I sound like. I guess we were expensive kids. They just had to cut their bills in half. We've seen a lot of McDonald's. This is like $19.99 is a lot. No, we were expensive then, I guess. I can only imagine what it's like having a full family now. This shit is really expensive now. Inflation and shit. It costs upwards of $500 to leave your apartment on any given day here in LA. Shit's expensive. Like, I feel like we're about due a revolution, right? We're about due a revolution in this country. We just need to, dust off a guillotine and lop off some Elon Musk heads. That's just what... Someone else can run Twitter. We need to do it. The last revolution we had in this country was a long time ago. It was in 1773. And that was because of overpriced tea. We lost our shit and went to war for our freedom for overpriced Earl Grey. Guys, we fucking... Can you imagine us doing that today? Us losing our shit over the price of matcha? Can you imagine? If Starbucks ever fucked around and raised the price of coffee to $30 a cup, the streets would just run red with blood and caramel macchiato syrup. No, we need a revolution in this country. We need to just reset this shit. I think so. But here's why it won't happen, at least not in our generation. It won't happen because we're too pacified as Americans. We're just comfortable enough that we allow them to rake in record profits and all the bullshit. But we need to do it, because corporations have gotten too rich, too big, too powerful, right? And then they intentionally stagnate the wages, and that affects all of us. Then they take their record profits that they've milked from us, and then they put that in the pockets of politicians, so then they really won't raise the federal minimum wage above $8 an hour, which stagnates all the wages, all the salaries. So then we're caught in an endless loop of hustle culture and gig economy and oversaturation, saturated foods and fats and depression and anxiety and eating disorders and drug addictions and all types of shit. And we won't rise up and change things, even though we have the manpower, we have the frustration, we have the anger to do it. But we won't do it because we're afraid that they'll fuck around and punish us by canceling The Bachelorette. So we stay pacified. I don't know, guys. Maybe it won't happen in our generation, but maybe the Fortnite generation will rise up and release us from these shackles. And if not them, maybe the baby sharks will grow up and eat the rich do-do-do-do-do-do, eat the rich do-do-do-do-do-do, eat the rich. I'm a progressive, man. I vote progressively. I need my politics and politicians to be progressive. Because time moves forward. We need shit to progress. I don't bang with conservatism. If conservatism was still the way of the land, I would have to come in through the back door to come and entertain you guys, all right? And then I wouldn't even be able to interact with any of these pretty white women. What the fuck? So I'm a progressive. And no side is perfect, but I bang with progressives mainly because they say shit with their chests, right? They don't hide behind politeness like conservatives try to do, right? Like, I'll paint a picture. During Joe Biden's, the middle of Joe Biden's term, so recently, conservatives came up with this chant. Let's go, Brandon. You guys heard of this shit? Let's go, Brandon. It's a dog whistle. It's code for fuck Joe Biden. It's very popular at Trump rallies and NASCAR races and Yeezy drops. It's very popular. They hide behind politeness. Meanwhile, when Donald Trump was running for office before he got the nomination, 2 Los Angeles rappers named YG and Nipsey Hussle made a song called Fuck Donald Trump. It was a banger. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald. It charted on the Hot 100 Billboard. Like, the shit was a banger. That's how it was listed on Spotify and Apple Music. Fuck Donald Trump. That's what you type in to find the songs out in front. Not only that, YG is a Blood. Nipsey Hussle, God rest his soul, was a Crip. These 2 warring gang members came together. Somebody from the blue gang came together with somebody from the red gang to write a song about how much they don't fuck with orange-ass Trump. That's progressive as hell. Let's go, progressives. That's how I feel. Oh, man. I feel like when people know better, they do better. I feel like we just need better education. Yes! Teachers, what's up? I agree with you. I'm not certainly agreeing. No. Well, you know better, you do better. I feel like we just need better education in the system, in this country, just all around. Like, for example, I believe in abstinence-only education, guys. I believe that we gotta teach the youth to abstain for as long as possible from marriage. Nigga, don't do it. Don't do that shit. Don't do it. Just say no. Just bring that back for that. Don't rush into it. It's how I feel about marriage. It's how I feel. Fuck that. It's a trap. Fuck it. This is my beef with marriage, guys. Half the shits end in divorce. That's a terrible statistic. If that was a baseball player, they'd fire him. That's fucking half, guys. Marriage got popular in a time period where life expectancies were really, really short. People got married at age 15 and buried at 30. It's easy to say till death do us part when both of us are dying in a factory fire in the middle of the Industrial Revolution next week. Marriage has stayed the same since then, but things have changed. People living to 80, 90 years easy, The world's a lot smaller because of Twitter and OnlyFans, guys. People have options. So how do we save marriage? How do we save the institution of marriage? I've got the solution. We don't encourage kids to get married right out of high school or right out of college. We only encourage people to get married when they graduate from the workforce. Only retirees 65 and up should be able to get married. Their old asses can actually make it to till death do us part, is what I'm saying. That's the fix. There's a lot of old people on the Supreme Court. We should fix that. Yeah. You like that transition? You like that one? I'm still mad at the Supreme Court, guys, from this summer. I hate that they overturned Roe versus Wade. I truly do. Fuck them, I'm a strong proponent of people having freedom of choice, except those 6 conservative judges. Fuck them. They should be forced to vote liberally from now on. See how they like it. No, it's scary, man. There are trigger laws going into effect all over the country and shit, I'm posting information, I'm sharing information on how people can still get abortions, and I'm donating money to Yellowhammer and Planned Parenthood and stuff, and doing my part. But if shit gets really hairy and really scary, I'm just gonna have to fly people to my apartment and suck out that fertilized egg with my own lips, guys. I'll do it. I'll do it for the cause. I'm about the cause. You got one now? Let's go. Let's practice. Let's get it out. The Supreme Court is majority men. I feel like that's a big part of it. And as we all know about men are trash. Men are trash. It's the irrefutable truth. That's why I don't date them. That's why I'm not of that persuasion. It's just trash. It's hard dating dudes. We're fucking awful. You know, men are trash and women are trash compactors. Guys, this fucking women, you welcome us in with open arms. You mold us into the type of trash that you like. We get our trash juices all over you. We become your trash. You guys hold us so tight, we hope you never let go. It's difficult to live here in LA, you know? It's vast, it's lonely sometimes. Ain't no Waffle Houses. Like, the shit is difficult, guys. But I was drawn here by Hollywood. I wanted to be a part of the bright lights that the stars emit. I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to be a writer and comedian and shit out here, and Hollywood attracted me like a moth to a flame, guys. And Hollywood has burned me quite a few times. As it does us all. Hollywood will burn you if you let it, you know. I was as light-skinned as Doja Cat before I moved out here. Hollywood has changed me. Celebrities be wildin'. Every once in a while, I'll jump on Black Twitter just to see what's going on. And Black Twitter will be in the middle of dragging a dumb white celebrity who has said a dumb white thing. And it's my favorite, guys. It's the equivalent of like sitting at home on your phone and just watching a group of black people just do the electric slide on Ben Franklin's grave. It's the best. A couple years ago, David Schwimmer was doing an interview, right? And someone was like, hey, you know, just a question for you. Why weren't there more people of color on Friends? A show set in New York City in the 90s. Why weren't there more people of color? And David Schwimmer was like, oh, I don't know, you know, probably an oversight by us, the writers, the producers, you know. But what they should do is make an all-black version of Friends. That's what they should do. And of course, David Schwimmer, for people who don't know and haven't sucked their teeth already, David Schwimmer is an actor. He was on Friends. He played the actor character Joey on Friends. He didn't. I just wanted to make the white people mad. I just wanted to make sure you guys are still paying attention. So David Schwimmer said that dumb shit. They should just make a black version of Friends, which would be a noble, fun thing to do. If there wasn't already a TV show about 6 single friends living in New York City that debuted the year before Friends called Living Single on Fox. It's actually documented that one of the executives that worked on Friends loved Living Single that had just premiered the year before and was like, fuck it, let's make a white version. And it went on to become far more successful than Living Single. David Schwimmer said that dumb shit, and thusly, Black Twitter got in his ass. It was great. People were dragging him left and right. They said he was the worst part of the People versus OJ TV show on FX. And like, it's not the worst thing in the world that David Schwimmer said that dumb shit, you know, but it's a microaggression. It just leads into and feeds into anti-blackness and white supremacy. You know, it's not the equivalent of police choking us out in the street just because of the color of our skin, but it's in that same wheelhouse, you know? No, it's not the worst thing that David Schwimmer said there should be a show about 6 single black friends in New York. The same way it's not the worst thing that I said he played Joey on Friends. When we all know he played Marcel the monkey. Like, we all know this. I've never seen an episode of I had to Google that shit. A lot of millennials caught up and rewatched Friends during the pandemic. A lot of Gen Z people watched it for the first time, fell in love with it. One of the worst things that could happen to a millennial happened to me earlier this year, guys. My Instagram got hacked. Gasp is right. caught me slipping. I woke up early one morning to like go pee or some shit, and I saw that someone I follow sent me a message, hey, I'm in a contest, can you please vote for me? And I fucking clicked the, sure, I clicked the thing and I sent a screenshot of the thing and my phone went, your account has been taken over, nigga. That's a new update, this should be playing. So mad. Someone hacked my Instagram and locked me out of the shit for a week. I didn't have access to my shit. And they were DMing people, trying to fish and scam them and get access to their accounts. Fortunately, it didn't get any of my friends and followers, but the whole ordeal taught me that I am the stupidest of my friends and my followers, guys. The worst part wasn't even, the violation of being locked out of my shit for a week or the bad stink it put on my social media reputation. No, the worst part about the whole ordeal was that anytime it would message people pretending to be me, it would sign off every message with yellow-skinned emojis. Like I'm a fucking character from The Simpsons. Everyone knows that I put black on all my shit, guys. Black flex, black shake your head emoji, black high five or prayer hands, black eggplant emoji. I put black on all my shit. There is no black eggplant emoji. You didn't miss an update. But if there was one, I would sign off every message with that. No, everything's under attack. Comedy's under attack, some people say. Some people say, oh, you can't say anything or do anything in comedy anymore. And they're right. Comedy is under attack, and the call is coming from inside the house. Comedy's under attack by shitty comedians who do shitty things, guys. There's comedians that sexually harass other comics and people that work in the world of comedy, make shit hard for them. There's comics that heckle and intimidate other comedians, and there's comedians that say awful transphobic, queerphobic things, like Dave Chappelle. Yeah. Fuck that guy, guys. Dave Chappelle was my GOAT. He was my greatest of all time. Now Dave Chappelle is my, God, what the fuck did he say this time? Like, what the... He's talking shit about trans people the last couple of years, man. It's awful. He has no room to talk, because he looks fucking weird, guys. Talking all this shit. Dave Chappelle looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that lost his turtle mask. He's all fucking... The audacity. You're picturing it, right? He looks like fucking... He's all swollen shit and bald. He looks like Michelangelo on a bad day. Just fucking... I want to say thank you to every single one of you that came out to the show tonight. I really do appreciate every single one of you. I love doing this comedy shit. And I want to be relatively famous. I don't want to be like too famous, right? I want to be successful and famous enough that rappers know who I am. And that they use me as a reference in their songs for how dark the paint job on their car is. I want to be Akon famous, guys. Like, I want to be in a party one day, like grooving and shit, and the DJ puts on the new Megan Thee Stallion song or some shit, and just listening to the lyrics, and they're like, you bum bitches riding in the Subaru. My Cadillac is blacker than a Owusu. Just like, oh, shit. I think that's the mark of success. I think I made it. Guys, that's my time. I'm Owusu. Thank you so much.